crushing here.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't even know what those things are that they're crushing. But
I thought you were going to cut it at 5.
we're just going to let it go until 5 and then go.
Good call.
I want a VW bus so bad. You know, they came out with an electric one, or they're trying to come out with an electric one. It's got a weird steering wheel, though.
What in the world is that thing?
Boring. That's what that is.
This looks fun. Looks like a stress ball.
Yeah. I just wouldn't want to do the cleanup from all these things. I love when that paper's awesome because you didn't
Post-it notes.
Yes,
Like
it breaks like it's a solid mass, not just individual pieces of paper.
There we go. I found the video finally.
Oh, what are they going to do Thomas bad like that?
Poor Thomas.
Right? They should never do anything plastic. It's just never as...
I think of Major Payne.
Yes. I have seen that a lot. That's the one where the guy's got shot and he breaks his finger to distract him from being shot. Yeah.
Let me take the mind off that pain.
When he shoots the closet.
Yeah.
He just pulls,
there ain't no boogeyman in there.
pop,
No.
pop. No, I think he says if he is, he's dead, right?
He said something to that nature.
Yeah.
Just chugging along.
Chugging along. Chew, chew. Jello? Jello? Oh.
That was a... Oh, here
Oh,
comes some
tube.
toothpaste.
Yeah, tube things are always fun.
Those toothpaste
That's what she
tubes.
said.
Those toothpaste tubes never work.
Found the opening. Crowns? Why not? Ooh, a candle on fire. You think it'll go out?
This candle's on fire. Now it's squashed.
What would happen if those holes
That is
weren't there
cool.
for it to relieve itself?
It
That's
wouldn't.
what she said.
It wouldn't relieve itself. Look at all those
Please.
beads.
Please just keep doing that when it makes. Look at all those beads. That's what. Oh, another candle, Josh.
That one wasn't. That wasn't condensed.
That one
in.
didn't go as cool, yeah. Macaroons or what are?
Those look like macaroons.
Yeah.
No, those are powder.
Whoa, that got dusty.
Got dust.
Shade, don't you leave it. Leave
Hey.
it. I
Wow.
saw your face light up.
Bouncy balls.
What is this?
Is that a beat?
Is it a beat? Oh, yeah, it's a beat from.
It's Dwight.
Yeah, it's the one. Oh, so much red. Coconuts. We got to buy one of these. You think they're expensive?
Yes.
Are
Like-
they legal?
Are they, it's just a hydraulic press, right? That was cool.
Is that a coconut?
Yeah.
You know what kind of budget we have here at Podbless?
And we have,
Limited.
in terms of money, we have no money.
We have no money.
Another movie I've seen, Josh. Okay, I don't like the squishy dudes. They don't do anything cool. Oh, I got to open up the
window. Of the
yeah,
of
so
the
I can
stuff.
see if anybody's joined
Is
us.
it Legos?
I can tell you, Chris Jackson says, "Yay, Podbless."
Chris, my dude.
That's our fella. Is he coming up this weekend?
Chris, you're more than welcome to come up this weekend. We're having a blast.
I don't miss that.
You don't want to come down for a blast, Shay?
No.
You don't want to play basketball with us?
I am the worst basketball player in the history of humanity.
Of all time, you think? There has to be worse.
I'm not.
And all of that, we had an intramural team of the worst players we could find in the university, and I was the worst one on the team.
The worst of the worst instead of the best of the
Yeah.
best? Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing I always took pride in is I made everybody else look so much better.
Right?
You're like the best wingman.
I played 2 hours of pickup last night, and I'm not good, but I can still run. That's all I have. I can run the whole time.
Was it a girl from Bible college I used to know? She said, "Hey, I might not be fast, but I'm slow."
All right, after the
Tortoise in the
Furby.
hair.
Yeah, I think we're good here. Let's roll this thing. Everybody good?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, we're doing it. After I pull up the proper sounding. You think we should make a new one?
We should get like a real studio recording.
Let's do it. But let's use the old one for now.
Right.
Okay, cool.
Hello and welcome to the Podbless Podcast with three dads who are involved in church ministry where one is a full-time minister, the other is a volunteer, and one is a veteran of both.
This podcast will deal with the interaction between our faith and our day-to-day lives.
With a few fun segments in between.
I'm Joey.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Brett.
And this is Podbless.
As soon as the squishy viewers went off, we lost. Or as soon as the squishy video went off, we lost 2 viewers.
They wanted to see the
It
video.
was the best. It's the best. I've been quoting Jack Black from Nacho Libre so much lately.
I think that's completely appropriate.
I've been getting my kids to do it, and they've never even seen the movie.
Why not?
Because it's the best.
No, why don't you show them the movie?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I was just trying to make that one word again.
Oh. Well, hey, let me introduce our guest before we get along since everybody
Hi.
can see him. This is Shay.
Oh, no.
Hey, Shay.
Hey,
Phoning in from the beautiful, wonderful Mount Vernon, Ohio. Yes, he's our new resident DC comic book movie world guy. And that's an official title, by the way.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
okay with that.
And so later we're going to talk about the Batman, but not yet. Not yet. We have lots of other stuff. But did we share? We didn't get kicked off yet?
No, we've not gotten kicked off
Yes. I know. Josh's face, right? Yeah, some people haven't seen you
somebody
since you
say
did the
something.
whole change.
yet. Oh, hey. Sorry, Tyler. My bad, dude. I always get a lot of hate when I shave my beard. They're
Me
like, no,
too.
I don't like this. It makes me angry.
Like people get legitimately mad about it.
Yeah.
Like his wife she told us that last week.
Oh, yeah. Well, she didn't get mad. She was just like, you should grow your beard.
That's what I asked Lily before I shaved my beard last time. I said, "So I shaved my beard?" She said, "Yeah." I shaved my beard off, and she looked at me and she goes, "You should put your beard back on."
Yeah. Kelly doesn't like when I grow it. She likes it when it's trimmed and nice and, the appropriate
Yeah.
length. But I like to make people upset, so I just keep growing it long or shaving it short.
Yeah.
Or
Chris Jackson says, "Don't spoil Batman for
We
me."
will do proper spoiler alerting, but I will also tell you that I'll let Shay talk about that, but I'll let the expert handle that. But we will warn people beforehand in case anyone is trying to save themselves from that. But Josh, you want to kick us off here with a little segment?
I'll kick as much as I can kick.
Please do.
Ready to get your ear holes blessed? Take it away, Josh. Josh, where did you go?
Just a second.
What'd you say, Brett?
Nothing.
Oh, you good? What is he? Oh wait, you're not supposed to do that here. This is
Put that away.
So tight.
it's like you're in a phone booth. I wish everybody could see this, and by that I mean I'm glad none of you can see this.
This is the one that I used to play
Oh,
soccer
well, you look good
Did you play soccer in?
Yeah.
in a suit,
Coat.
a sports coat.
He's been thinking about that joke all day today.
That looks good. You need a tie. You want me to go get you a tie? I got one in
No,
my closet.
Too much work for just a small segment. Okay. I'm going to talk about the Bible tonight, so I got to get preachy.
Oh, okay, okay. Get in
that's-
uniform.
Dude, I'm about to pop the seams on this sucker. Look at that. Brr. But no, yeah, I wanted to be all official like Bible college taught me. If you're talking about the Bible, you got to wear a suit coat and a collared shirt.
In a van down by the river.
I love the statement how people use that as a joke, but now if you want to live in a van down by the river, you got to have like $70,000.
No, way more than from those Mercedes vans.
Yeah.
Way more than that.
People are all like, they're trying to live in vans now. Like totally backfired. Chris Farley would roll in his grave.
There are so many good comments coming in right now. You look like less grandpa now, a little more like an uncle at the cookout. And then Brandon Moore said, "Fat guy in a little coat."
I thought I grabbed my big coat, so that was a shocker
You
to me
did.
too. I did grab the big coat, but this is what it really is like now.
You want me to get you mine out of my closet?
No, I'll split yours. Anyway, Thank you for joining us on Facebook Live, on YouTube. Guarantee there's no one watching on YouTube. But
It's more of a Facebook crew, you know?
yeah, it is more of a Facebook crew. If you're listening later on, we appreciate your patronage of downloading and sharing. Make sure to leave some comments. Go rate and review on whatever platform you're listening on. It helps us out a lot.
Do it.
But for those of you watching live now, I want you to join in with us as we're going to do Would You Rather.
Woo!
But we're going to do it with a church spin because that Would You Rather stuff gets a little spicy.
Just a touch.
A little dicey sometimes.
That's for Podbless.
Yeah, that's for, Podbless After Dark. But
Can you start throwing some in there? Like as you're...
And the Lord said that.
Yes, can you? Yes.
Get a little Southern Baptist-y.
I was going Pentecostal, but that's the
Pentecostally.
same.
Oh, if I did that, you wouldn't understand me. Anyway, we're going into the next round. But we're going to do Would You Rather church version.
Boom.
Hopefully it's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay.
I've got a few written down. I want you guys to use the ones you thought up of once we're progressing along.
If you've never played Would You Rather, it's very
Oh.
simple.
Yeah, it's in the title.
Two scenarios. You have to pick one that you would rather be a part of.
You have to do one or the other.
You have to. And no qualifiers or changing. You have to do it.
Yeah.
You're the king of that.
I know. I'm going to qualify and change all of these things.
But now, would you say that you have to?
Salt water or fresh water?
So anyway, we're going to go biblical. We're not going to get super deep for those of you who aren't Bible people. I asked my mom, I called her up. I was like, hey, you got any ideas for what we could do? And she was like going deep into the Old Testament. And I'm like, I don't even know that. Like,
Like, Mom, that's in there?
yeah, like for real? I don't know. There's a guy named Jeff in the Bible.
But with the pH.
Yeah, with a
With
PH.
the pH.
So anyway, this is how it's going to work. I'm going to throw out a would you rather. If you're watching live, feel free to comment in. We'll discuss it. We'll say what we would rather do. And then I'll tell you if you're right or not. I don't know. Maybe that's how we'll go. That's a Joey.
I'll get the sounder out for you.
That's a Joey thing.
I'm ready to go.
For the first one, we're just going to roll out with this. And this is the one I like a lot. So everybody knows about the ark and how 2 of every animal went on the ark. And
That
God
ark.
wiped out the earth with a flood and all that stuff. Would you rather be on the ark for the duration of the time that everyone was on the ark in the Bible? Or was it 40 days and 40 nights? It rained for 40 days and 40 nights. It wasn't over at that point because they were still out sailing, or not sailing, but they were still floating around until the water dropped down. So it rained.
I'm sorry,
for
I just
40
read a
days.
comment. Go
Okay,
ahead.
that's fine. So would you rather be on the ark for the 40 days, 40 nights, and the floating around times, or be in the desert wandering for 40 years with all the Israelites because they weren't allowed to go into the kingdom that was promised to them because they were doubting, so they had to wander in the desert for 40 years? Would you rather do that, or would you rather be on the ark for the duration of the time they were on the ark, which was much less time?
Ark.
You say ark. Joey's got his hand up.
Can I ask a clarifying question?
Oh, God.
See, here we go.
No. Yeah, ask your clarifying question.
Do I get to go into the promised land after, or do I die in the wilderness?
Well, it depends on how old you are when it happens.
Because that
that's-
matters.
I say you get to go into the kingdom later on.
Yeah, I'm still going ark.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's less time. Even I get like violently seasick, so I'd be vomiting the entire time.
Okay. So
But
that's
I'm
your-
going ark.
Okay. Brett, you said ark.
Ark,
What was
yeah.
your reasoning behind that?
I just don't want to be in the desert.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
Not about the desserts, huh?
Yeah.
Shay, do you have an opinion of what you would rather do?
Probably the ark.
The ark?
I think we're going to clean the board here. Do you have reasoning behind that?
Yeah, well, I was just thinking of all the drama that went on in the desert, and I'm like, I don't want to be worshiping golden cows or whatever it was.
Right.
That's a
Baal,
good point.
so-
It got a little weird out there.
No, see,
Yeah,
now-
it got really weird.
see, make sure if there's comments coming in about this as well. But I'm going to say the desert.
Everyone says the ark except you.
Yeah, well, I'm going to explain why. So, you think about being on the ark. I'm not saying you're Noah. I'm saying you're on the ark. So, in turn, you're basically married to one of Noah's daughters,
Yeah.
if he had daughters. I think he might have had sons and married wives.
You're in his family.
Yeah, you're in his family. But his family is your in-laws.
Yeah.
And you're stuck on a boat with every animal of every species
And your in-laws.
and your in-laws
Ah.
with no escape. for at least 40 days and 40 nights of the rain. There could be more. I just did a Trump thing over here.
That was
this.
It's perfect.
40 days
It's 40
and
days.
40 nights.
It was
perfect
huge.
time on the boat.
The boat was huge.
Huge.
The biggest boat ever. It was the greatest boat ever.
My in-laws live in my house with me, so
Yeah, you feel the arc.
I'd be cool with.
No, you get away, though. You get to leave. You get to come to the church and do God stuff and things.
Yeah,
Also, think about all the animals that you did not like.
it would smell.
No,
So bad.
you just toss them over the edge. Snakes, you're
Snakes.
done.
You can get yes, like sorry boys, not going to make the cut.
Tarantulas.
Right?
But
Mosquitoes.
But being stuck in the Israelites thing, I think of that because, you're basically with everyone living outdoors. You can walk away from a situation.
Yeah, but you're in the desert.
So
Your wife says she would go to the desert with you.
They were always
because she loves you.
That's right, and she wouldn't turn to a pillar of salt. Another Bible story.
Kim Ross said, as someone who's lived in the desert, she'll take the boat.
Would you rather be turned into a pillar of salt or married to Josh?
That's not would you rather tonight.
Oh, sorry.
You have to think they probably didn't live much longer than 40 years.
Yeah.
I think I want that life.
You're dying in the and
Well,
you could
I'll
be
shovel poop for 40 days.
you could be born and die in the desert, wandering lost.
You could be, but now back in biblical times, people lived a lot longer. Remember Methuselah? He lived a long time.
I think
But I don't know about by that point.
this is way after that.
Well, anyway.
Okay.
How many people in the comments? Was there a lot of people in the
Yeah,
comments?
everyone is saying Ark except your wife.
Okay.
Ark because the desert makes someone chafe. I think that's Tyler. He watches
Ty,
all. Yeah.
Saint Ty.
Brandon says he loves going on cruises. Not sure.
Now, I tell you one thing. If I
That's-
was in the desert, I wouldn't be wearing this because you talk about the chafing. Whew, I could get sand stuck in so many places in this time.
I hate sand. Did I say that part?
I like
I
sand.
hate.
Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump to the next one.
Yeah.
We got that one out of the way. It was a fun one. There's no right or wrong answer, apparently.
Well, there is.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's so the Ark
No.
is
No,
the right answer. I didn't even
So,
hit that one and it
let's
worked
jump
out.
into the next Bible story. So in the Bible, there was a time when there was Christians that were basically in trouble for being Christians.
Boom.
Rulers
Persecuted.
didn't like them. They were threatened by them, or there was other people threatened who got the rulers to try to punish the Christians for being Christians.
It happens.
So would you rather have your faith tested of loving God by being thrown into the lion's den, like Daniel,
Okay.
or would
Okay.
you rather have your faith... Now, I'm saying that for a reason. Would you rather have your faith tested by being thrown to a fiery furnace like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego?
So I'm assuming with this one, you don't know you're going to survive.
Right.
You get to be put in right in the beginning of it, and any knowledge of that story is gone.
Right.
And you have to be tested as though you're actually going to go die. Right. That's what we're doing here.
Sorry, I just...
Because there's
My
one
wife
clear
texted
answer.
me separately, and it was hilarious. Sorry.
Yeah. There's one clear answer here. So should I go first or should I go last?
You can go first. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay. It's the lion's den.
Okay.
Do you want to know why?
Why, Joey?
Because at least you have a shot. Okay. No. Hear me out.
I don't think so.
Hear me out. If I remember right, the furnace was heated like 7 times hotter than normal.
Oh, yeah. People were dying trying to stop.
Yeah, the
putting
people that
guys
threw
in.
them in actually died.
Yeah, because it was
Right?
so hot.
Okay. So you have no chance of surviving that unless God intervenes in the way that he did. So it's 100% chance of death if God does not intervene there, right?
Right.
If you go into the lion's den, you got a shot.
Right.
At least more of a shot, even if it's like a half of a
hair.
percentage.
Yeah.
You have a little bit better chance than the 7 times hotter than
Yeah, you
it's
can
ever
run
been
you can
furnace.
run away a little while from
The lion's bored of you. You gouge its eye.
Go into the fetal position.
Yeah, but the furnace, if it's that hot, I would feel like death would be instantaneous.
Also
Right.
true.
But if you're thinking that way, apparently you don't have a lot of faith. So
I'm thinking, yeah, that is true.
in
Yeah,
turn, these are the things. That was the thing about these guys. Is they
both.
Had,
I'll take both.
They had immense faith, compared to a normal.
Cut me in half, throw one half.
Yeah.
in the other.
I'm going to go furnace. People are commenting in here.
Yes.
Saint Tyler.
He said, "Give me lions. If they're from Detroit, they ain't beating anybody."
Nice.
Everyone's going Lions Den here.
Lions Den.
Yeah.
Brandon Moore said, lions for sure. They are just big cats, and Joe Exotic taught him a lot.
As they're tossing him in, Brandon, I'll never financially recover from this.
In his leopard print shirt.
Oh man.
I'm going to go furnace as well. I'm thinking furnace.
Wait, you're countered it?
I've always loved the story of Shadrach, Meshach.
Oh, it's one of my favorite of the whole Bible.
There was like Southern gospel songs about it all my life. I don't know. I
You're
feel like I would have more faith with that. Because with the lions, when you get thrown in there, like that's tested. When you're thrown in the furnace, you're tested already. There's no waiting it out. Like it's going to happen or it's not.
Oh, that's a good point. Like he had to stay the whole night with the lions, and like at any moment they could have just.
Yeah. So he had to sit there
point.
like, I have enough faith. I have enough faith. I have enough faith.
I like to picture like in the morning when he's found. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on the king's name. Darius or right?
No,
or
I can't remember.
Shay, do you remember?
I just looked up enough for this. Who would you rather?
Which
part.
king?
The king that had to throw Daniel in the lion's den. I'm blanking on his name. I know it, but
Somebody will know it in the comments.
Yep. But I picture like he like opens the door thinking he's gonna find his friend eaten in there.
Yeah.
And then he's like just snuggled in with the lion like a cat, like just chilling.
Yeah.
I picture it like that in my head.
I wonder how much of a butthole lions are compared to like normal house cats. Because normal
They
house
got to
cats
be
are
like the same, right?
huge buttholes.
I love my cat.
I could imagine a lion.
Shay, did you pick one?
I gotta go with the furnace because like I'm like being eaten alive would be like I think I'd rather burn.
Once again, we have a theme here now. Did you pick Brett?
No, but I'm going furnace.
Furnace.
After hearing all the explanations.
I'm telling you, Brett, you could choke a lion out.
Also, wasn't there an angel in the furnace? I think that'd be cool.
It's
There was a
like the
fourth
Son of Man.
walking in
So
the
like
midst
it's
of
like
the
pre-birth
fire.
spirit of Jesus,
That was
which is
the
pretty
second
cool.
Okay, yeah, that would be pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
So
No,
I'm
wait,
gonna go
but you don't know that's going to happen. You don't
Right.
know that.
Right.
But even without knowing that, I would
Yeah.
still go.
But
With
So
that's-
I'd take the furnace if I have to
but-
pick that way.
Yeah, if you get in the furnace and you've made it that far, just having the angel there is going to like increase your ability to be like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm good.
It didn't
compared
even
to-
smell like smoke when
If
they
Joey
came out.
had a choice, he would go kill the lion, then walk into the furnace.
And cook him. I'd be eating lion for dinner. Me and Jesus. Me and my
So,
buddy Jesus in
You
there.
want
Just
yours well done because I think it's going to be well done.
Yeah.
It's just going to be well done. Sorry.
You could make some really terrible jokes about throwing certain group of people in a furnace.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
yeah, we're not going that route. Yeah, Shay.
I got to mute his mic.
Well, it was nice having
Yeah,
you on,
wow.
man.
We didn't even get to the.
Jeez. Save that for Podbless After Dark, okay? Now I have a couple. I have a couple of more here that I've picked out, but Joey and Brett have kind of configured those around to be a little bit better. I am going to throw one out real quick,
Hit us.
and then we're going to go to the ones you guys have twisted for.
Okay, what do you got?
For Goliath and stuff? But I'm going to say from the plagues. So when Pharaoh,
Oh, this was a good one.
God threw plagues on Pharaoh to be like, "Hey, let my people go. Let my people go," like the old classic.
No.
Yeah. Or was it Ben-Hur? Yeah, that was Ben-Hur, right?
You talking about Charlton Heston?
Charlton Heston.
The one that comes on every Easter?
Yeah. So, would you rather have to deal with the plague of frogs, or would you rather have to deal with a plague of locusts? All the other plagues are pretty outlandish and like a little too much, but the frogs and the locusts, I feel, can like ping off of each other enough that you can make a decision on one or the other.
Could you imagine flaming hail?
Crazy.
Like, I'd poop myself.
Or all the water turning to blood.
Yeah.
You know, losing your firstborn, no, never mind. Let's go
Hey,
back.
we talked earlier. 3's tough, okay? Like 2 was
kids.
easier.
3 kids is rough.
Your firstborn son.
Right.
So it wouldn't be, yeah.
Well, I've only got one son. So.
Me too. Yeah, all of us. Yeah. Shay, you want to lead this one off?
Frogs.
Frogs? Why?
I hate bugs.
Yeah, that's a good.
Yeah, it's an easy
Yeah.
statement.
Brett?
I'm going to go frogs also.
Yeah.
Brandon Moore.
Well, I might change my answer
Okay.
because if I go far enough north, the bugs will die.
It's a
Well-
good point. You have to be in Egypt. That's one of the qualifiers, right?
Yeah, we're just going to make that up right now. Yes,
Yeah,
you have to be in
sorry.
Egypt.
Oh, then frogs.
Straight biblical.
Hayden Sowers was watching online. He said frogs. Kelly said locusts. She survived cicadas 2021.
Oh.
But imagine, if you will, this plague. I picture it as you go outside, you're literally covered. And so the problem with locusts is that the locusts are gross, but they kill all the crops, like all the crops. So the locust is a problem, but then right after that, there's no bread and there's no food.
Yeah.
And if there's no food, like they kill the grass, which kills the livestock. So that's like, I feel like that has a lot more repercussions than the
man,
frogs. Give me the frogs.
I survived the ladybugs of 2003.
Brandon Moore says frogs because they're easier to hit with a baseball bat.
You can also eat the frog legs.
Oh, and the frogs
You
can
can
feed
eat
you.
locusts too, though.
No thanks.
Yeah, you can eat frogs.
You can eat anything, guys. You just shouldn't eat some things.
You can eat
Tide
anything
Pods.
if you're brave enough.
Yeah, yeah.
Are they poisonous frogs?
Oh,
I
jeez.
don't think it said
No, it didn't.
just frogs.
Just a lot of them.
Imagine the sound.
Have you ever been out on a summer night
I
when it's
find
hot?
that sound relaxing.
I think in small amount. I'm thinking of like every inch covered in frogs, and like you can hear it through the walls and everything.
It used to be one of my favorite pastimes at Turkey Creek is when a nice summer evening and in the rain and the fog would be coming off the asphalt.
Yeah.
Frogs would just come out on the asphalt like crazy, and I would just drive through. Pop, 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 pop.
Oh, that's not the sound I thought you were going for.
No, just popping.
Ty says he can't give us the reason for
Frogs,
frogs.
but he can't give you the reason. Please text Josh what the reason is so
Yeah,
we can know later.
I'm on the edge. I'm
You,
dying to know.
you have piqued my interest.
I don't think you guys want to know.
He's gonna lick the frogs.
You need to check out Ty's show.
Ugh.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway, but I had a couple of others.
Yeah.
I didn't say what I wanted. I think I would have to go frogs too. As much as I joked about bugs, I would have to go frogs too. I just think I could handle that way better. And they've got more meat on them, so if you did kill them, you could
You
eat
can
them.
eat them.
Yeah. So I had some more with Samson and Goliath of like comparisons there, and I had one with Elijah and the bears. I'll save that for another time. This is a reoccurring.
Yeah, we can
segment.
come back and do this one again.
But now you had one that you had thought of.
Should we use it
for Jonah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's
So-
go with Joey real quick.
Would you? He said Josh knows. So Josh, you should know already. Would you rather be blind as Paul was when he was in Damascus for 3 days? Well, he was Saul then, but you know what I'm talking about. If you know what I'm talking about. Or would you rather be in the belly of a whale as Jonah was for 3 days? Same amount of time. Both kind of punishments.
And not knowing if it was going to end.
Yes. So you never know if you're going to get your sight back. You don't know if you're going to get spit back up.
But technically, it was only 3 days.
Yes. So what do you guys think?
I would go blind, dude.
I'm going belly.
You going belly of the whale?
Yeah.
I'm going.
Blind? Why?
I'm no Pinocchio, man. I like I could handle being blind because you didn't know either one was going to happen. Like the whale, or it wasn't a whale; it was a large fish. But when Jonah was thrown over the boat, it was to stop the storm. He didn't know if he thought he was just going to die.
Yeah.
He didn't know he was going to get swallowed up by a fish and then spit out on the bank later. And he thought he was going to die the entire time. The idea, just like with the lions and stuff, the idea that I'm going to be dreading dying and not letting it happen, it's just not happening. I would rather just be blind and be like, well,
At least I'm not dying.
at least I'm not dying. Yeah, like, oh, I'll figure this out. You
Yeah.
know?
Someone is watching on YouTube. We have a YouTube watcher.
Is it
I think it's
Sam?
Rosamund.
I was gonna
Or
say,
Rosemary. Sorry, I talk to Rosamund all the time. Rosemary.
That's true.
Yeah, I think that's who it is. One of my worst fears on the planet is being blind. Yeah, if I would rather lose every other sense, like before my sight. That's the last one I'd want to have. It would stink to lose the others, but I would want my sight. So I think I'm going whale
Going well.
or big fish. I'm sorry.
Now, why would you go big fish, Brett?
Just because I don't want to be blind for what could
You don't-
be ever.
You don't have a fear of it like some people.
Yeah.
Not to
I just
mention-
don't want to be blind.
Yeah.
Have
That would
inconvenience.
kind of stink.
Yeah, and quite a crisis Paul was going through in that moment.
especially because he had a sight, so he knows what sight's
Yeah.
like. Like it would be different if I was born blind.
Totally
Like,
different.
There's nothing I can do about that. But he had a sight, so he knows.
Well, Jonah knew what it was like to be on land
Also true.
compared to in a fish's
yeah, but
belly.
he also had the experience of living inside of a large fish.
That's true. I've seen many depictions of what they thought he would be like clothes tattered and torn, and like it wasn't a happy time. Like he came out looking like a
It
zombie.
would not
You
be
think he had
good.
like a fire? And
Like I'm thinking
my
Pinocchio. Yeah,
gosh.
you're thinking Pinocchio. That would be sweet. Like, oh hey, look, there's a lot of things in here. I'll make a little fire. I'll hang out.
I think it would be more like Boba Fett and the Sarlacc.
Yes, it definitely would be more like that.
I gotta go with being blind.
Yeah.
Even though sight is also my favorite sense, I have a crippling fear of the ocean and just being in like really dark, deep water. And I would just become Daredevil.
And, like your other senses just heighten, and you're like, "Oh, this is kind of cool. I like this."
The plasticity of my occipital lobe would adapt, and my hearing would become enhanced.
Well, what he said, right?
Yeah. Sure.
Totally, absolutely. Yeah.
I was just going to be blind for 3 days. I was just going to be bumming stuff off of people.
But then, if I knew what was going to happen afterward, I'd rather be Paul, because like the work he does after that is pretty amazing.
Yeah, but you don't know.
Yeah, so that's
the big part. Yeah.
Also, I don't know, like when the events that make Paul blind, it's like, to
Pretty
me,
epic.
you know, how could you ever doubt?
Yeah, that's
You
a
know
good
what I
point.
mean?
No.
But that's a blessing in and of itself.
That's true. Yeah, you can't explain that away as like, oh, I got lucky. A fish brought me to shore. There's no like
Yeah,
luck
like
behind
there's
that.
no
Yeah,
there's no way to like rationalize your way out of it.
I'm changing my vote. Shay convinced me. I'll do the blindness. Can I do
We
that?
can be
Yeah.
Daredevil together.
Yeah, we'll be daredevils. Yeah,
I'll just let you know God doesn't want you to be wishy-washy, but you can be wishy-washy on the Podbless.
we're still on the same topic. I can change my right before the segment's over as long as you change your opinion. But
I'm not God, man. You can do whatever you want.
yeah, but you look so good in that suit.
I said now for the fires of heaven come down upon. Yeah, sorry. Brett, did you have one that you wanted to try to use?
I don't remember.
You were saying the one about the dogs getting stabbed in the gut.
Oh, that was Sarah.
Oh, that was
That was
Sarah's.
Sarah's,
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
ways
know
to
the
die.
story. Yeah, you know the story.
Would you rather be stabbed in the gut but be so fat that the blade was enveloped
That's
by your
my
fat?
favorite story in the whole Bible.
Or
be well. I don't know how we got this theme going.
yeah, eaten by dogs.
Eaten by dogs.
Yeah, that's a
Shay, I know what you're picking.
Yeah, but you know that Ehud was able to conceal that sword because left-handed people were considered, like, for lack of a better word, you know, physically retarded.
lesser than.
I've heard that angle of it. Yeah.
Because I'm left-handed, so I care about it.
So that's why you can't play basketball.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're one of those. No, no, I think I would want the knife too. Yeah, I think I take the knife.
Yeah.
Let
Oh
me
yeah.
have
Give me the blade.
Yeah.
Right.
We
Yeah,
all
dogs eating me alive.
And not, no, thank you.
Yeah.
That's
You don't want to go out like Gordon or that Ramsay guy from Game of Thrones.
Oh,
I've never seen Game of Thrones. I'm sorry.
That's
I thought he
not
was
a
gonna say
shocker.
Michael Vick.
Guy gets eaten by dogs,
yeah.
basically.
I don't even want no, because if they don't start in the right place, that's a real problem.
Hyenas go back in first.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't.
And
They don't start in the right
means
place.
that you feel all of it, and I am not a fan of that.
I've got a funny video to show you guys later. It's fun.
Oh,
I'm
great.
not sure I want to
Um,
see that one.
Cats actually usually go for the throat first.
Yeah. And they'll go for like if you die, like a house cat will like eat your nose first. They go for like the soft spots of the face and your eyes and yeah.
You mean my
cats
cat
suck.
wants to eat me alive?
No offense, Shay, but cats
Yeah.
suck.
I love cats. I love my cat.
I like the.
It's a sad reality.
You better kill it before it kills you, Joey.
It's true. All right, I'm going to leave it at that since I always end up taking up half the show. But yeah,
It is 30 minutes. Hey,
this is going to be a reoccurring segment. So if you have other ideas of would you rather's, feel free to
write
write into
us
us,
in.
and we would love to use it on the show next time we do this segment.
Josh, good stuff, dude.
Hey, thanks, man. Sit down and listen up to what Joey's got to say.
You gonna lose the suit or?
Yes, I'm losing this thing. It is-
Yeah, because
This is why we can't have nice things.
do you need it or are you? If you ripped it off, that'd be funny if you just like shredded it off. Oh, okay. Sorry, then don't do that. Well, hey guys, I brought a special guest on tonight for my segment here. We got a long. Wow, Noah just. I got to read this before I read it out loud.
That's always a good choice.
Yeah.
I got to read this before I say that.
Noah, we're not even out that late. Noah said, do your significant others know you're up this late? The heart attack rate after the age of 50 goes up by 33.3 repeating %, of course.
I'm not 50.
So I brought Shay on, the resident expert in all things comic book, and mostly DC, but you know your Marvel stuff too.
Decently well.
Yes. And so last week I threw the idea out that I was going to go see The Batman, because that's the official title, The Batman, which is nice for people who always put the in front of things anyways. So like it's actually correct. And They can see. Okay, I just want to make sure you knew they could see you back there before you started wiping yourself down or anything. I just wanted to make sure you knew they could.
That would be something.
You are looking. Did you spill something?
That's why we can't have anything nice.
Red Bull sponsor us. So, if you have not seen the Batman yet, we're going to talk about it. But Shay, I think it's safe to say there's not a ton to actually really spoil for them, right? Or how would you explain it?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that there's anything huge. Like, there's no like, oh my gosh, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
Maybe one character might be a shock. I think you know who I'm talking about.
Yes.
But like the big moment is in one of the trailers.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So
I mean,
if you've seen the trailers,
and like unless you like happen to miss it, but I mean this movie's not really about big. You know, I guess there are like certain things we could say about the corruption that Riddler unmasks that would be spoilers, but I don't really think it's necessary to talk about those things.
So Chris, you can hang out if you want. But so a little backstory: Batman was the first superhero I ever cared about or recognized. I think it was my 4th birthday party was Batman themed. I had every Batmobile as a kid growing up. Saw all the movies. I think the first one came out in '88 or '89, right?
Yeah.
And was Michael.
Other than Adam West.
Yeah. Now I've seen those, but not my first real memory with Batman is Michael Keaton's Batman, which was killer. The first 2, it was Batman, and then I think Batman Returns, right? And I remember that was the first time I recognized like how music in movies works and how it can add. It's not just like filler; it's actually adding it. And those were great. I don't like to talk about the Val Kilmer and George Clooney Batmans very much. They happened.
I think there's an argument for them.
Yeah, they're just different. And
yeah, so in my opinion, I don't think there is a bad Batman movie in the right context.
Mm-hmm.
George Clooney.
Like if you're trying to get your kid into Batman,
those are good. Yeah,
George Clooney and Val Kilmer are the ones to go.
Yeah,
but as an adult,
as a child, I started with what's the Penguin's Oswald Cobblepot, right? I have that scene in my brain where he gets like tossed into the river and like that's how Batman Returns opens.
I would not show my kids that movie.
I can remember
Danny DeVito is terrifying in that film.
He's so good.
Dude, have you rewatched it recently?
Yeah.
The sexual innuendos in that movie are unreal.
Okay, I haven't seen it in like 5 years.
The innuendos
it is
and the
like
outnuendos.
And the outnuendos, like they're not even hiding them.
They're not. Like it is like, oh my gosh. So inappropriate.
But so like those are great. The Nolan Batmans were awesome. Just amazing. I liked all of them. I didn't think one of them was. I agree with you. None of them are bad. But I was nervous about this one because it was Twilight Boy coming in to be Batman.
I think I was more nervous about how other people would react.
Yeah.
And I was nervous that it was going to get political.
Yeah.
Because that's a thing nowadays.
I heard it was a little bit woke. Like it was being a little bit woke.
Well, I've
One-line.
analyzed it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's a rationale behind it that actually is kind of layered and cool, nuanced.
Yep. So I saw it Monday. Thought it was amazing. Totally different than the Christian Bale Batman.
Different than anything we've had.
Different, yeah, like super detective. What did you? In one of the texts you sent me, it was like, it was a great line for explaining like that. It was right before I went in to see it. Hold on, I'll look it up.
Oh yeah. See.
Right.
We're in this boat together, Brett.
I know. Sorry. Yeah, you guys. Yeah.
Well, I said definitely go in expecting a detective noir story.
Yes.
And not an action thriller like the Nolan movie.
It was so great to see Detective Batman.
Yeah.
Like actually at the crime scene doing work.
Yeah, and it was nice to me because, and I do love the Bale movies, and I actually love the Bale voice. I think it makes sense to me because you don't want people to recognize who you are.
Yeah.
You know, and it's intimidating. but like the Batman in the comic books is more like subdued, and like he has a control over his.
Yeah.
He's not always screaming and punching people.
He's not a meathead.
Yeah, he's like Bale's Batman is like a brawler, you know. But so in this one, Pattinson plays a more like controlled, like he has control over his physical actions, maybe not his feelings. But
Yeah, I was gonna say, except when he doesn't.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, hey,
when he has the excuse to hurt someone, he's really going to hurt them.
Yeah.
hey, when Batflack got into his brawl thing, do you remember that scene?
That to me is still the best Batman fight scene.
Man, he was just like throwing dudes across the room, one-handed.
He was so technologically.
He
enhanced.
really used his gadgets.
Yes, like he relied on him a touch more than I. It was cool.
I loved it.
It was like the Arkham games.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was super. Yeah, it was a little more than I liked personally, but it was
And
good.
It was like straight out of the Dark Knight Returns.
Hmm.
Like the whole him coming out of the wall and grabbing the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the guy's like, I'll kill her. He's like, I believe you.
Yeah.
Like that's like shot for shot, line for line from the Dark Knight Returns.
I
Did
thought
you
it.
say Martha?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of hokey, but it did go. Well.
Yeah, we won't
We've
go
talked
down there
about
'cause
this.
You'll trigger me.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I
No, be triggered. That's okay. Do you
That
want to
scene-
defend it?
That scene to me has a very deep emotional connection because that was the last movie that my mom saw in the theaters and the last movie that we had a conversation about.
Oh dang.
And the whole movie is about a man who is coming to terms with his mother's death finally.
Mhm.
And he kind of, when he says the Martha thing, it's not, oh, our moms have the same name. It's, he suddenly realizes I've become the very thing that I hate. This guy is a human just like me. His mother's name is Martha.
Yeah.
Like he has a mom.
Yeah.
And I've become the very thing I sought to destroy originally. And so, although Zack Snyder's not Christian, he likes to put Christian allegorical elements.
Mhm.
So Batman and throughout the whole movie kind of represents fallen humanity who's lost its hope, and Superman represents that hope. And at the end, and Superman's also fighting for a world that doesn't love him.
Yeah.
Like Jesus was. And so to me, it's very beautiful that Batman, that kind of represents us, finds his hope again. And then at the very end, when Superman dies,
Spoiler.
he actually recreates.
Yeah.
Well, it's an old movie.
Yeah. If you don't know that one by now.
Yeah. When they are handing Superman down from
Yeah.
when he's
Yep.
dead,
Yep.
it's recreating of the famous
Yep.
painting of them taking Jesus off the cross.
Mm.
And there's like crosses in the background. And like to me, like the whole thing, I like movies that have like those layers in them.
Mhm.
And then you combine that with like the emotional connection to it, and it's still one of my favorite movies to watch. And I mean, when Wonder Woman shows up and they're fighting Doomsday, I was just like, like, oh, this is just the greatest thing. I didn't even care that Doomsday looked like a Lord of the Rings troll,
He did. Yes.
because they were just fighting him together, and I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah. It was pretty cool.
And that's my favorite Batwing, the Bat plane.
Oh,
that
yeah.
movie.
The one he-
I've only seen that one once, so I need to go watch it again to pull
If
some
you
back.
do, you
from
got to
it.
watch the extended version because it fills in a lot of the holes.
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen the extended cut at all, so I do need to go watch that.
That's really good.
But the thing,
It's pretty much universally agreed it raises it up another notch.
Yeah.
this Batman was cool because he started as in the beginning. He introduces himself when people are like, "Who are you?" He says he's vengeance, right? And like he's
Yeah.
cold and he's tough to people.
He only says the Batman once.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I think this is ending. And Gordon's like, what? The Batman.
yeah.
That's the only time that his name is said.
And it's cool how at the end he like realizes he has to be more and he has to be more hope for people
Yeah.
and do more.
Yeah. When that woman's touching his arm, it's
Yeah.
and the look. Pattinson's ability I was blown away at his ability to convey so much emotion
Through just
with so very little. But like
Yep. It was the eyes.
Well,
and
especially
the
since
chin.
Yep.
and they wouldn't let him sparkle when the sunlight hit him, so he had this whole other realm. he
Well,
had to,
that's
like,
another
work
thing about
with.
this movie is there's almost no sunlight.
No, there. Well, I almost forgot one of my favorite things about it. Gotham City was perfect.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I know
this
we
is
talked about
Gotham.
this, but it was perfect. It's exactly what Gotham should look like. It wasn't
You
just
know-
New York City. It was Gotham City.
When it really clicked with me was when Gordon was going up the elevator shaft to where the bat sigil is.
Yeah,
And you like see in the elevator there's just a ton of garbage.
yeah.
I was like, I've been in places in Chicago like that. This is like Gotham for
Yeah.
sure.
It's so dirty, and it's like dirty the whole time.
Yeah.
Like it's supposed
It's
to be
filthy.
figuratively dirty, but it's also physically like I
You're
don't even
like,
want.
who would ever want to live here?
Yeah, basically.
But it's also so gothic.
Yes, the a lot of the shots were huge rooms with some serious like I don't know what
And,
it's even
like-
called, like the wall molding and stuff.
Where Bruce lives,
Yeah,
nobody would actually live there in real life. Like no one would decorate their home like that. But for Batman, it works.
it was great. Yep. So,
Yeah.
all right. So out of 10, what do you give it?
I'd probably give it a 9.
Nice.
Yeah. It's in the list of Batmans. It's definitely in my top 3 right now. Probably top 2. I'm going to give it some time, so I'm not prisoner of the moment. But
I think a
it's
lot
really
of
good.
people. I see a lot of people like saying it's better than the Dark Knight and like roasting the Dark Knight. I'm like, I'm sure in like a few years you're gonna feel kind of stupid.
Yeah, I saw that people were like, the Dark Knight was just like the people throwing the whole trilogy there under the bus about how it was
It's
had
like
all these
what
other.
people do.
It doesn't make sense.
You know, whenever like 10, 20, let's be honest, it'll be like 10 years after this trilogy's done, if that. Whenever the next Batman comes out, as long as it's well received, people will be saying the same
dump
sort
on
of
this
stuff
one,
about this
too.
trilogy.
Yeah.
People get in the hype.
You guys got anything on Batman?
I just watched the TV show Gotham and I thought it was great. So that's
I haven't seen that.
I liked it.
It's long.
It kind of got less interesting to me the further along it got.
right. Yeah.
Like in the last season, you have like the Riddler having open brain surgery and then just walking around like nothing's happening.
Mhm.
Yeah, you got to recover from that.
You know,
Yeah.
like it got really unrealistic at the end.
yeah.
Yeah, because it was so realistic before.
Yeah, you know what I mean though. But
No, I do. I just have
Too
to make
far.
I have to make a joke. It
It,
gets so
it was like
serious
one.
for
Or,
a
it
while.
was like 1 or 2 seasons too long. I'd say.
Yeah.
the Alfred in that is just spot on.
I haven't seen it at all.
You should
Like
watch
I've
it.
never seen a preview for
pretty
it.
good.
Nothing.
The first few seasons are really good, except for Will Smith's wife. She is a
Yeah.
terrible actress.
Yeah.
You
What
don't
did,
like Jada?
what did you think of the
Oh, my
the
word.
kid that played the Joker?
I thought he was brilliant.
I thought he was too.
I need to see this. I guess
You do.
they're younger, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like Batman's a kid, basically. Like
Is he a
Yeah.
teenager?
He
Well, it starts when he's like
Middle school.
right after they're murdered, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's a kid.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Okay,
then
Yeah.
they took it so long.
He kind
though.
of grows up
Yeah.
Yeah.
with you.
I gotta check that out.
He's actually the kid that played Robert California's son in The Office.
Yeah.
I know who that is. Yep,
In that one episode.
Yeah.
I know exactly who that is. So that's a great call.
That's funny. All right.
Anything else on Batman? You guys good?
He's awesome. Let's check him out.
Yeah, go see it. What?
He's going to
So
cut his.
yes, skip me.
So why are we? You
Go
want
straight
to?
into Podbless.
Yeah, because
No, if we do that, then we're going to Hail to the Who,
Yeah,
boys.
go to Hail Hill.
All right. We haven't done this one in a while. Yeah, salute. Hey, Shay, welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight. We play a little game here called Hail to the Who. Josh, you want to explain Hail to the Who to Shay?
Sure. Welcome and come on down to Hell to the Who. And this,
Can you put your suit back on?
hang on.
Hold on, we'll get you like a really long microphone and everything. Yeah.
Make sure to get your cat spayed and neutered. So anyway, Bob Barker. Anyway, but if you get snagged, I'll start counting down after
Yes.
so long if I think you're taking too long. And once I'm done counting down, you're done. So you've got to be quick. You got to be witty.
Yep.
And you got to name some prezzies, baby. So
If you get one wrong, I'll let you know. If you get a double, I'll let you know. If you get really close but don't say the whole name, we might give it to you. You're a history teacher, so don't know if we
Yeah,
should
it's
or
been
not.
a long
but-
time since I've taught U.S. history, but I'll give it my go.
no slack shall be given.
So the lowest score is 12. The highest score is 34, do we say?
I think so.
Yeah, okay. So are you ready to play Hail to the Hoot?
Sure.
All right, no cheating.
Don't worry, Brett and I have done the work. No, actually, we were the second.
I think
worst.
someone else did worse.
Yeah, we're
but
not
they
gonna-
were by themselves,
Yeah,
So-
we together only got 14.
which is 7 apiece.
Yeah.
So whatever. All right. Shay, the floor is yours. Name as many presidents as you can. Go.
Joe Biden, George W. Bush, W.H. Bush,
Whoa.
Ronald Reagan, Andrew Jackson, George Washington, Abraham Lincoln,
Are you counting?
Taft, Woodrow Wilson.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did I say Theodore Roosevelt?
Yeah.
He said them so fast I haven't got them marked. So just
Obama,
keep going.
Biden, Trump,
You already said Biden once.
Yeah.
Jimmy Carter,
Yep.
LBJ, Lyndon B. Johnson,
Yep.
John F. Kennedy.
You're doing great.
You're killing it right now.
Ulysses S. Grant.
Yep. What's he at, Josh?
14?
Thomas Jefferson.
Yep. Oh,
Did I say Andrew Jackson?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Did he say?
Oh,
Okay.
Herbert Hoover,
Yeah, you're doing the hard ones first. I like this.
Calvin Coolidge.
Yes, nobody ever gets that one. Literally, I think
My
you're the
brother's
first person.
favorite.
What? I'm sorry. I'll ask you why later.
10.
Did I say Bill Clinton?
No, you did not.
Good one.
Bill Clinton. Shoot.
Shoot, not one of them. No.
You should go back in history and say a few old
10.
ones. You've missed a few big old ones.
I know I said Abraham Lincoln, George Washington.
I think that's the first time you
Andrew
said
Jackson,
George Washington.
Yeah, you didn't say him.
Abraham Lincoln, obviously.
Yep.
You said him, I think.
I said Taft.
Yep. 10.
Trying to remember the really fat one.
How many do you have right now?
Garfield.
Yes.
Garfield.
20.
Oh,
I have 21.
the one that pardoned Nixon.
Yep, you got not
you
said him yet. Good job.
22.
Gerald Ford.
Yep. So now you have everybody from Kennedy to Biden. You've gotten them all.
And
10. 9.
oh,
8. 7.
Nuclear bomb.
Alexander Hamilton, was he president?
He was not, sir. I believe he was. some
I know Ben
secretary.
Franklin wasn't.
He
I
was
said
not.
Thomas Jefferson.
Yep.
7.
You starting him already?
5.
Did I say? I said Ulysses S. Grant.
Yep.
3.
Come on.
2. 1.
Come on.
Womp, womp.
For the save, you got one?
I think not on the spot.
All right. Okay. Josh, what'd you count?
I lost after you said I was wrong. I think it was like 24 or 25. And
Okay. You did not say James Madison or James Monroe, did you?
No.
No.
Yep. Okay.
I also forgot the Adams.
You did. Yep. And you also forgot. I don't think he said Franklin D. Roosevelt, did he?
No, I did.
Yeah, he got
You did. Okay.
I said
hold on.
both Roosevelts.
I think you did. Yep. All right.
What's that one weird name? that
Eisenhower. I don't think you said Eisenhower
No,
or
I
Truman.
forgot Ike.
You didn't say Truman either.
I forgot Truman.
I was gonna say nuclear bomb, but
You did say nuclear bomb. He just
did I
didn't
say
hear you.
nuclear bomb? Yeah. I thought I was trying to give you one.
You're trying to help him out a lot.
Well, history guys got to stick together, man.
That's right.
You know? Okay, so I
Did
need
you
one,
did you say Trump?
Yeah.
I did.
He started super
Yeah.
rapid fire at the beginning, and
I was just counting. I didn't-
I'm glad you counted because I was in trouble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
We'll get out the countotron over here.
I'm gonna get a scoreboard and just put it behind us and everything.
Right?
Just
You
take
got
it every time.
25 out of 46, my friend.
Nice.
Which might not sound great when you do the math on it, but that puts you in at least the top 5 of people who have ever done this.
But knowing we have to take off our shoes to do the full math, that should make you feel better.
Yeah.
Harding.
I feel better that I remembered the Adams after it was done.
Yeah. Yeah, you got all the big ones. You didn't say the John Tyler, James Polk, Zach Taylor, Millard
I
Fillmore.
was never going to name those.
Millard Fillmore?
Zach
Come on.
Taylor coaches the Bengals.
I Actually, I'm surprised I didn't say McKinley.
Yeah, he's on there.
What's that one weird name that I never have heard?
Did you say Grover Cleveland?
No.
No.
Oh,
I
yeah.
said Woodrow Wilson, though.
Yeah, I got that one. Have you heard William Henry
Calvin
Harrison?
Coolidge. Calvin Coolidge is probably one you don't hear said too often.
I thought you would have got. Or were you a Parks and Rec fan?
Yeah.
I thought you would have got William Henry Harrison. Well, didn't they talk about him in that a lot? There was a 3-name politician. Right?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite show, but I do like it.
Martin Van Buren. Franklin Pierce. Have you heard that one?
Buren, I think.
Martin Van Buren?
He wasn't the real fat one, was he?
No, that was Garfield. Or
Taft.
Yeah.
Taft was also fat.
Didn't he die in a bathtub
Yeah.
or something?
He didn't die in a bathtub. He got stuck in one allegedly.
That-
Garfield was assassinated at a
so
train
fat?
station, I believe. All right, hey, good
You
job.
did good.
Yeah,
Thanks
yeah.
for
Yeah,
thanks
man.
for letting us rekindle that little bit.
You did your presidents proud. A lot
Yeah,
prouder
that's
than they're
good.
doing us. All right.
Well.
I said they. Everybody relax.
How many do you think that they would get now? You know what I mean? If they played Hail to the Who. You know what I'm saying here?
I do know what you're
4.
saying.
4.
No,
One.
one, and not
You'd get this.
and not themselves. Okay, we should bless somebody.
Pod bless your heart.
Well, there was Trump.
Yeah, that's the only one. That's the only one. All right. Yeah, but hey, you did pretty good. You did a good job there. This is a segment, Shay, if you haven't watched the show before, which I don't know, you might not have.
And it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. We don't hold it against you.
I think I might have watched one a long time ago.
This is where we bless somebody, where we take a crazy news story and just say, Lord, you got to bless that person because
Bless their
life's rough for
heart.
them. And let me
Because,
see here. I got to
I
pull
mean-
it up.
Because sometimes they just sound left-handed.
Yeah. That's got to be, we got to keep that. So this week's Pod Bless story comes out of Austin, Texas. A movie house and eatery, which is a fancy way to say restaurant, called Cinepolis, whatever, however you say that. It's their movie theater, and they serve food. The only problem here was they were showing The Batman, which
Yep.
great film. We talked about that. Everybody was enjoying it very much so.
Oh, so much.
And started thinking to themselves, is this a 3D theater? You know what I mean by that? Or 4D theater? Where you ever been to a 4D theater where like sometimes water will spray on you if like the waves are crashing?
What was that Paramount thing where the aliens would breathe
Yeah.
on your neck and you'd
Yeah.
feel mist, from
Air
their
and mist
spit?
and all that.
I
Yeah.
was going to say, usually Sarah just like spits on me when the water.
It's 4D theater for you?
it's
Yeah.
40.
So they thought maybe they bought tickets to a 4D theater, realized they did not when a live bat was actually flying around in the showing of The Batman.
That's fun.
Pretty ironic.
Somebody did that as a prank.
Had to have, right? Had to have brought a bat. Now, where do you buy a bat? I don't know.
The Bat Store. Louisville Slugger.
Just says
Well-
under his wing.
Dick's Sporting Goods.
If it was in Springfield, Missouri, you'd have an easy time finding a bat.
What?
Springfield, Missouri has a ton of caves.
Oh,
I think like the most in the country.
you think someone brought their own bat? You think that's really what happened? I didn't even think about that before now.
We don't like to brag, but we got a lot of caves.
You guys,
The dude
you,
must be rich. He's got his own bat.
Yeah. you guys are still sneaking snacks into the movies. I got a live bat. Yeah,
We're going to eat him.
yeah. Well, is someone roasting a bat in the front row? Like,
It's like when someone like opens their jacket and they have knives, but they're like that.
just hanging there. Yes.
What is this, China?
The Batman. Yeah. So moviegoers in Austin, Texas got to see more than one type of bat during the screening of The Batman this weekend. An actual bat was spotted swooping around inside the theater, putting the movie on pause while management called animal control and tried unsuccessfully to get the critter out. Guests were offered their money back, but most chose to stick it out and watch the film, quote, bat and all, according to one moviegoer.
A lot of moviegoers, I'm sure that's like the ultimate. Like, I got to watch the real Batman.
Yeah, like he was there, or Dracula, but one of them was there. But I have a theory here. If there's a bat in the theater in the middle of this movie, it's a 3-hour-long movie, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got places to be after the movie. Don't stop my movie.
Right.
Don't
Yeah.
take me out of the, like, you're immersed in Gotham City and there's a real bat there. That's just adding to it. Don't stop my movie. Just let it finish and then get the bat.
How many people
Yeah.
noticed that there was a bat?
I don't know. Shay, you're mad if they stop the Batman for a bat, right?
Yeah, I was mad the first time I saw it.
Oh, I saw.
There was like people that
I saw your
showed
post.
up late and were like shining their
I saw your
phone
post
flashlight
about
on the
it.
screen.
Yeah.
Like
Like
later
that.
than the previews, which are 30 minutes long.
Well, this fan screening didn't have any previews.
Oh, fancy.
It was nice. And then the guy, it was an IMAX screen. I was pretty far on the left. The guy next to me kept leaning forward, like blocking like a third of the screen. I'm like, dude. And then somebody answered their phone in the middle of the movie.
Yeah, what's up, Jeff?
Yeah.
No, I'm watching
I
Batman right now. It's great. It's
I
a
got
great
no-
movie.
I got nothing going on.
Yeah, I could talk. It's
Here,
fine.
FaceTime with me. I'll let you see.
The second time I watched it in Dolby because it has like separated layers.
Ooh.
It has like vibrators in the seat.
Nice.
Whoa.
4D.
Yeah. So I walked into the theater, and there's a guy sitting in the row in front of me, and they just redid all of our theaters were like the comfy chairs that
You
they
go
like
to sleep in.
Yeah, right, with the tray over top of you. Guy in front of me, and the previews are going after every preview. He loudly reviews it. That looked really good. I'm thinking, are we going to do this? And then I looked at him and I realized he's wearing. I was about to like say something, and I realized he's wearing one of those like assisted hearing, like you know how you can. And it hit me. I was like, oh, he doesn't realize he's being that loud. He's whispering. Yeah, and so I'm so glad I didn't say anything to him because I was this close, and then I just looked again. I'm like, oh, you're wearing an earbud.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Theaters should give you headphones like this.
Oh.
So you
Like
can,
noise canceling over
you don't
ear
have
headphones.
to hear other people talking.
exactly.
And you control the volume on.
exactly.
Well, there's so many times in a theater that
The
something
hard
happens
part is
and you don't hear what they say.
Yeah,
those things hurt my ears because it bends onto my glasses.
that is true.
Yeah.
3 hours of that
and it
would be,
hurts
yeah.
after a while.
Or what if they just give you like or you could connect your AirPods or a
Oh.
Well, but your AirPods are like nothing compared to what you
Three-
miss sound.
Yeah, I feel
in
like
yeah.
especially this movie.
Yes, there's a
the
lot of low
sound in
bass.
this movie is like a weapon of fear.
It's really good.
Like
Everything.
even if you don't like the movie, you have to go and see it on a big screen with all the sound
Yeah.
just for the sound and the visuals.
It's pretty awesome.
You know, I did hear something about this bat flying in the theater, that it wasn't a big deal for a lot of people. Like, a lot of people weren't saying anything. But as the bat was flying by, he was like, hey, man, get out of my way. And then someone got upset because they were like, you don't know my pronouns. And then so there's this whole big uproar about it. And that's when everybody's like, we got to get the bat out of here.
This bat's got to go.
He's
Like
being insensitive to people's needs.
the bat got canceled.
Yeah, the bat
Yeah.
got canceled already. Like, they're taking down all the news things about it because they're like, this guy's a bigot.
They're
they
censoring
just
it.
shot it.
It's a classic bat.
No, they
trope.
froze all his assets. He can't spend money anywhere now.
Yeah, it's a classic bat trope. They're very bigotish, you know. Yeah,
You go to China.
Yeah, they just hate. They just hate.
Ain't it?
yeah.
Oh, so
Anyway.
they didn't even get the bat
Probably has
out.
the coronavirus on it.
Yeah, right. They didn't get the bat out. But they did actually say that they believe the bat was released as a prank. That's what I would say if I ran the theater too, because I wouldn't want people to think bats were in there. But let's be honest, big room like that, there's
Yeah.
probably bats in it.
And I mean, it's the Batman.
Yeah, a little too.
If it was
perfect.
a different movie, maybe not. but-
The manager's like, I'm glad they didn't look at the floor.
Yeah.
It's
What
like
if you got pooped on?
Ooh, little guano,
Some-
little guano.
teenage boy that works at the theater left the door open. He got fired after that movie.
You can't prove they'll let that bat in there.
Yeah, right.
Ace Ventura comes out.
Tyler, we know you let the bat in there. It's always you.
Guano.
Yeah, guano.
That's why you have the abrasion on your hand. That's why.
I've seen
Bumblebee
that.
tuna?
Yeah.
Bumblebee tuna.
I've seen that one, Josh.
So who are we gonna bless?
So hey, there were no reports of anyone being bitten.
Okay.
And hey, what's great is less than 1% of bats in the wild have rabies, so you're
Oh.
good.
Very fair chance you're not gonna catch
Should we?
rabies.
Who do we bless?
That's what I'm saying. Do we bless the bat? Do we bless the manager of the movie theater?
I'm going with the bat
Yeah.
because he's just trying to watch a movie that he kind of has the right to watch.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, his name's in the title.
Yeah, he couldn't help it.
There is a bat in the movie.
Yes, this one's a bat
bat friendly movie.
because they thought it was a rat, even though it was hanging upside down.
Ah.
Yeah. In their defense, it was around a lot of other rats,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
would have been
I would get it confused too.
Is
I
it
can't
is
tell
a bat a
them apart.
rodent?
Bats.
It is.
Yeah, I think it is.
It's a mammal.
A bat's just a rat with wings, right?
Basically, I mean, but cooler. So we blessing the bat? Is that what just happened here?
Yeah, I think we'll listen
He
to
was
it.
just trying to catch a free movie.
Hey, Bat, trying to watch the Batman?
Pod bless your
If you're
heart.
still alive.
Yeah, oh yeah. If you don't think. Well, it says they didn't get him, so he lived.
Call the theater tomorrow, Joey. and
I'm
find out.
calling him.
Oh,
Excuse
I bet
me,
there's a number on there.
I'd like to know the status of the Bat.
They're like, are you with that PETA group?
Yes.
That'd be the problem, though. You'd call and they'd be like, "Welcome to Movie Phone."
Yeah, that is. Yeah,
That'll-
Yeah.
not if you get a human, it is going to be Tyler, and he's no use. Not you, Tyler, that watches, but the hypothetical Tyler that works at the
Oh,
movie
no,
theater.
that Tyler's went to bed already.
Oh.
I was very surprised he got in early that way.
Oh man.
So yeah,
Hey,
I-
good stuff
I
tonight,
think we've had a
fellas.
successful show. Again.
Yeah, Shay, thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah.
Let's.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
We'll bring you back for movie releases and stuff.
Ah,
Yeah, you're a resident movie guy now.
there you go.
We know an expert
Yeah.
movie.
An expert.
Yeah.
Yes.
A resident expert.
I saw that the HBO
I'll get a
Penguin
name tag.
series, got delayed. Did you see that?
The Penguin.
The
series?
Penguin series?
Yes, I just read that yesterday.
Oh yeah, because they're going to do a spinoff.
I don't think they've even started it yet.
The article I read said it was quote put on hold.
The GCPD series got put on hold,
Okay, maybe that's what it was then.
and it's morphed into an Arkham Asylum show.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with it too.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. All right. Well, Shay, we do this thing at the end where we all say our names and then together we say, and this is Pod Bless. So
You'll be the last one.
you'll be the last one because I think you're on like a 1 second delay.
Yeah.
So here we go. I'm Joey.
I'm Josh.
I'm Brett.
And I'm Shay.
Yes. And this is Pod
is
Bless.
Podbless.
Yes.
That worked out fairly good.
Okay, it is about a 1 second delay. We found that out.
We figured that out tonight. Yeah. We're always discovering new things.
Right? Thanks for staying up late.
Oh, this isn't late for me.
He's a man of the night.
Turned me into a nocturnal creature.